Okay, so I'm gonna do this whole direct recording thing again because it's so much easier, and also because we all know my computer's fucked up, blah 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 blah, annoying video software. So I'm starting to feel a little bland over here because we have all these exciting New York settings, and all I have is like the Swedish nature show where I can show you 5 different kinds of birds that all sit on my roof, and different kinds of shrews or rats, or they're definitely not mice because they're way bigger than mice. And I can see them because they walk on my ceiling, and they're like between the outer ceiling and the inner ceiling, and then like I can see how it like goes down a little like when they step on it, and it's not nice. Other than that, like seriously, there's not much going on. Tomorrow there is a fancy dress party where the guys will be wearing suits. I still haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna wear. I'm thinking about going with the black dress from the MMC party, you know, the black and red one. So that's gonna be fun. It's the golden finish because, you know, we've had like these weeks of parties and whatnot. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be fun. These fancy dress parties are actually somewhat of a tradition here. Like they have a bunch of them, and then like you get seated at tables because it's a very Swedish thing where you put like everybody's name on a chair, and then like they place you, and then you have like a list of different things you have to do during the course of the dinner, which is like, you know, everything from like declaring your undying, very ardent passion for the person sitting diagonally from you, or like convincing your whole table you have swine flu, or you know, something like that. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be fun. Having said that whole tradition thing, this is a very traditional city. Like everything here is super old. Like all the university institutions and everything are like hundreds of years old. And then when you inscribe yourself in one of these nations, that they call it here, or like frat houses or whatever, like you have to write yourself down in this giant book where you like sign your name and date of birth and what you're studying. And there is no purpose to doing that other than that's the way they've been doing it since like the 1700s or 1600s or whatever. And then, you know, you have to give them all the same information again, except that they enter it into a computer, which is the system they use now, but they just don't want to break the tradition. And it's the same with the libraries here. Today I was at the university library, like the official big one, and oh my god, they have like, there's a room for reading Lund's middle, like Lund's handwriting from, I was gonna say the Middle East, the medieval times, like the Middle Ages, right? You're reading things that people from this city have written in the Middle Ages. Obviously, they've all put it onto like this digital format because you're not actually allowed to touch the books, but they just have them there. And that's just really cool. Also, I said this on the Facebook thread, but since nobody seems to notice, they keep everything. Like, university libraries in Sweden keep one copy of everything that is ever published. Like, ever. Everything from, like, advertisements to books to just articles, everything. So, like, if you ever publish something, you can access it at a university library. Isn't that cool? And just like the fact that they have like these tons and tons and tons of papers and articles that people have written over the years. Okay, my video is longer than 4 minutes. So that's because I'm recording this live and I'm stuttering a lot because it's late and I should really go to bed. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. Goodbye. I'm sorry I have nothing more interesting to say.